All right. Listen. This is what happens when you're significant. When you live with someone and you work with them, guess what happens? You're never ready? I have to get out of my relaxed stage to come on camera so we can have a conversation. I mean, so now I have to get myself together on camera because you want to talk.
If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
How am I supposed to stay ready?
Be on point.
It's my day off.
There's no days off. There's no days off when you're a hustler.
Anyway.
There's no days off.
Anyway, so here we go. Go ahead. Let's have this conversation.
Well, we was talking about, you was trying to justify, again, violence.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
All right, so let's get into that.
Okay. So what I was saying to you was...
Wait, so what's the story? Because we got to fill...
Okay.
Start from the beginning, please.
Someone, I gotta, be in a certain situation. When you're dating someone that is running for office or anything like that...
What's the setup?
Can you give me a chance?
Take too long. Get to it. What's the setup?
Basically, if a man turns to you and says, I am not going to, if you hit me, if we get into argument and you hit me, I'm going to knock you out. I'm going to hit you back. But at the same time, that same person is going out there marching for women's rights or marching for no abuse or physical,
domestic violence
and all that stuff. Okay. But yet he's telling you that he is going to knock you out if you put your hands on them. Like, how is that? That's so contradicting.
How?
Because he's marching and he's saying that he is against violence.
So he's making public statements as an official denouncing domestic abuse, basically, right?
Yes.
But at the same time, he's telling a woman that if you put your hands on me, I'm gonna knock you out?
Yes.
That's not, I don't feel like that's contradictory.
What are you talking about, babe?
How is that contradictory?
What are you talking about? If he is in public saying one thing, but behind closed doors, he's gonna knock somebody out if they hit them, his woman, if they hit them, especially a small woman.
No, stop. Size is irrelevant. Stop that.
No, it is.
No, it's not.
Sometimes
we already established that. Come on, we're going to get off subject. We already established that if a smaller woman runs up on you and hits you, you're not going to not hit them because they're a small woman.
Right, I'm going to knock them out.
You're going to defend yourself.
Yes, but that's from woman to woman.
It doesn't matter. Stop. Let's stay focused because that's going to be a whole other argument.
Oh, my God.
So, because you threw in that little thing, a smaller woman. That's irrelevant. But let's stick to the topic, okay? So this is what I'm saying. I don't feel like it is a contradictory statement. It's one... He's establishing his boundaries, number one. Yo, you just like, it's crazy to talk to you. You sitting here doing all this. But
listen, go ahead, I'm listening.
All right, so he's he's establishing his boundaries, right? Mm-hmm. So at the same time, if he's telling a woman, if you hit me, I'm gonna knock you out. Yes. That means if she hits him first, he's in defense mode.
But he's a big ass dude gonna knock out a little dude because maybe they're in an argument and she has to be like, "Shut up, bap," or she has to be like, "How dare you cheat on me?"
So you're justifying her being violent.
I don't think anybody.
Okay, so then if that's the case, I'm
just saying, don't say that you're not gonna. Don't be in public saying that you're not gonna do this, you're not gonna do that, but. When you're at home...
Is he saying he's not going to do that? Or he's just saying people shouldn't do this? So hold on. All right. There's a difference, right? There's a difference. If you're talking about domestic violence and you're saying men shouldn't be hitting women and all this stuff, okay, fine, right? But at the end of the day, you still have to lay your groundwork. You have to lay your law down. Because what you're saying is, hold on, first of all, what's the rest of the story? Because we're leaving something out.
Like what? I'm not gonna put too much out there. All I'm saying is that you're
so why are we talking about it?
Because I'm trying to get to.
But there's important parts that you're leaving out, so it has to be said in order to get the whole.
He asks this person. He asks the woman if they've ever put their hands on anyone else, right?
And what did she say?
And she said yes. In the heat of the moments and arguments, she, put her hand on somebody else. But that person never hit her back.
Okay. That's
because
very
they're
important.
mad. They're man, and she's a woman.
Okay.
So that makes perfect sense to me. No, I'm not saying that she should hit him, but I'm saying, are you really going to be a big, strong man and the woman is upset and because of something you did and gives you a little slap?
Wait. Stop right there. Stop. First of all, who said it's because it's... See, it's always assumed that when something happens and between a man and a woman, that it's the man's fault. And we know that's not accurate.
But babe,
so
most
stop.
of the time...
So under those same things, that's fine if you want to say that. Because under the same guidelines, if the woman is wrong, then you're saying she it's okay for her to be slapped. So and if you're saying okay, and we're getting off subject again, but let me say this: if you're saying that okay, the man shouldn't hit the woman, so under that same circumstance, okay, if I'm a man and we having an issue, right? Okay, you did something wrong, so that means you deserve to get slapped. So okay, I'm not gonna slap you. I'm gonna go get my cousin, my sister. I'm gonna go get some female and tell her to beat you up because it's okay and you deserve it because you did something wrong, right? So that's okay. So if I can't hit you, I'm gonna go get a female that's your same size and hit you and beat you up because you did something wrong and I'm upset. So that justifies it.
I mean, it probably would be a better situation if you say, okay, let my
right
sister
but is that justified?
And you fight. No, it's not.
So stop trying to justify.
I didn't justify it. So no, I didn't. So you better just not.
No, you
don't
did.
put words in my
All right,
mouth.
so listen, let's stay on topic because this is very important. So back to what I'm saying. He's establishing his groundwork, his foundation. So he's saying.
So
let me finish. First of all, the other part you added was important because he asked her, "Did you hit the person in your previous relationships?" Right. And she said yes. And she also said he never hit her back. So that's establishing that she's comfortable hitting a man and expecting to not get hit back. No. And let me finish. And that's probably why she kept hitting the guy that she was with before. Hold on.
It's not like that she walked around beating him down.
Matter.
It just meant sometimes they're in the heat of an argument.
So it's okay.
It's not okay.
So it's not. If it's not okay, it's not okay. How you keep trying to justify it?
I'm not justifying it. If you will listen to what I'm trying,
you keep making excuses. There's never an excuse where a man can say, "Well, I did it, but I was mad, so that's why I choked her." That is never going to be okay. Okay. But you keep making the opposite.
What is your problem? What is your
problem? I'm telling you because you
situation?
Keep justifying why it's okay for a woman to hit a man. That's the problem. That's what's wrong with society.
I'm saying this is okay. This is what I'm saying.
And we're still off the topic.
If you're in the public eyes and you're marching and you're
no,
that is the subject. Okay. That was the point.
Switching it up, but
if you're in the public eye and you're in front of people and in front of the people that you're supposed to care about and take care of as a person that's in the community.
So I was trying to explain what you're saying. I was trying to explain that.
Okay.
But you keep cutting me off. So as I said, he was laying his foundation because number one, he has to establish it doesn't matter. First of all, as a politician, you can't say anything other than what is socially acceptable. So as a politician, he has to say...
Why gotta be a politician? I said it was somebody out there in the community.
For office.
Who told you that?
Well, that's what you said in the previous conversation.
Wait, first of all,
listen,
you don't want to be talking about politicians because you're not a politician.
Listen, we ain't saying nobody's name, so we ain't putting nobody out there.
It doesn't matter. We don't know if it's a politician, Michi.
Listen. So who are you talking about? All right, well, whether he's an activist, whatever. The point is you're a public figure and you're saying what you're saying, right? And you're going against domestic violence and all this other stuff. That's fine. But as a personal standpoint, you have to lay your foundation. So he's letting this woman know, I don't care what I'm saying publicly. I'm telling you, if you ever put your hands on me, you're going to get hit back. So first of all, that lays down the foundation first and foremost. Now, second, he already established through her that she was previously hitting the other person she was with.
No, he didn't establish that first. Hold on. I don't mean to cut you, but I kind of do. He didn't establish that first. They were watching something. The conversation came up. And then because the conversation came up, he said what he said. And he asked her, did you ever in a whatever? And she said yes in a heated argument.
You're saying all the stuff I'm saying.
Yeah, but you put it in the wrong order. Things have to be in the right order if you're going to say something to the community out there. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you, but I did. But
Yo,
go ahead.
As I'm saying, he's laying down his foundation, and he's letting it be known. Don't ever think that you can put your hands on me and get away with it. Don't ever think that that's okay. Don't ever think there won't be consequences and repercussions. So just the fact that him saying that is going to reduce it by at least 50%, that she's not even going to attempt to put her hands on him.
Okay.
Because she understands he's going to hit me back.
I just don't feel
Wait.
Okay.
So hold on. So then he also, it's been established also that she was hitting the previous person she was with. And he,
you keep on
hold
saying
on.
hitting.
Stop
saying hitting like she beating his ass or something. Stop saying hitting.
If a man's putting their hands on you, whether it's once, twice, 3 times, or 50 times, what are you going to say? He hit me.
He hit me.
Stop trying to minimize it. Stop trying to minimize it. Listen. Stop trying to make this a double standard.
But he's making, the person that's in the community is making it a double standard because he's marching for these certain type of rights, but then he says to the person that he's supposed to be with,
okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so again, he's establishing, once he established that, okay, you was hitting the other guy you was with. He never hit you back. So it's in her head that it's okay and I can get away with it. I'm supposed to get away with it because this guy always, hold on, stop cutting me off. This guy always got away with it. I mean, she always got away with it. So now it's in her mind that it's acceptable. If I hit somebody else, they're not supposed to hit me back and they're probably not going to hit me back. And then if she does get hit back, she's going to be outraged because why did you hit me? So again, he's establishing, okay, you was hitting that other guy. I'm letting you know right now, if you ever put your hands on me, I'm knocking you out. Now, that doesn't mean he's going to do it. I mean, that doesn't mean see, this is the difference. Wait, no, I'm not letting you do that. Listen, this is the difference. Somebody is abusive. A man is abusive if he's just getting upset and he's hitting the woman. You cannot say it's wrong and you cannot say he's abusive or he's violent or anything if he's getting hit first, unprovoked, and then he's defending himself or he's responding. That's not okay. Because wait, nowhere else in society would you say it's okay to do something to somebody and you expect for there not to be any repercussions. Okay. You wouldn't tell your kids to go out there in the world, let the kids beat you up and don't do anything. You wouldn't ever think that you're gonna somebody's going to do something to you and you're not going to respond. You don't walk around saying, well, if somebody hits me, I'm just going to turn the other cheek. No, you're going to defend yourself. So it's wrong to think just because you're the same way you say, and women say, well, a man's not supposed to hit a woman because he's bigger and he's stronger. Okay. So that means because he's bigger and stronger, he's supposed to take violence. That means because he's bigger and stronger, he doesn't feel pain. And that should mean if you know that this person is bigger and stronger than you, you should know better to put your hands on them because you know what they might do.
I agree with that.
So it doesn't make any sense to try to justify why it's okay for this woman to hit this man and not think something's going to happen. So again, when he's saying to her, I'm going to hit you if you hit me. All that's saying is if you never put your hands on me, I won't put my hands on you. That should be understood and respected. That should not be distorted and turned into something else. That should not be turned into he's a bad guy if he defends himself or he hits her or out of retaliation. That's wrong. And I was thinking I'm going to shut up. It also doesn't mean he's contradicting himself because he's saying one thing publicly. Because publicly, you say all types of stuff that makes sense, and that makes sense. Men should not be abusing women, right? But nowhere in that conversation is it saying that you should be allowed to do something to me and I'm not going to do something back to you. That's two separate arguments.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now tell me some nonsense and sidetrack everything I just said.
First
that's what's going to happen.
First of all,
let's do it.
First of all,
let's do it.
Okay. Let me put in the mic. I don't believe a woman should hit a man and a man should hit a woman.
So what happens if she does? There should be no consequences or repercussions?
What I do think First of all, let me go back to this part. You've never had to say to me, ever in the 100 years we've been married, you've never had to say to me, if you put your hands on me, I am going to do this to you. I'm going to knock you back out. You never had to say that to me.
But did I not make that clear, though, in general?
First of all, I would even think about it because, number one, you're a man, you're bigger than me, and you're stronger than me. Okay. And if I hit you, I don't want to be hit back from you. And plus, I respect you too much to be slapping. And we've also never been in that type of situation.
Right. Hold on.
However,
wait. Okay. But within that, did I not ever say that, though? That's always my thing, right or wrong.
For other people, but you never had to say it to me. I know where your place is at.
But hold on. I never had to say it directly to you, but I've always maintained just that's always been out there.
Yes.
Anybody put their hands on me, expect to get hit back. Point blank, period.
Yes.
So it's the same thing. I lay my boundaries out there regardless.
Right, and I laid my boundaries saying you better not put no hand on me.
Okay, so what's your point? Where are we going with that?
No, I'm just making.
You like the side
no,
track.
I'm just making that clear because I know how women be like, oh, he probably beat her or something. No,
so
you've never put your hand on me. You've never even thought about it. We don't fight like that.
So stop, because you get inside. You bugging. Listen.
Every time I say something, though, that's not sidetrack. There's a lot of things that I have to say.
All right, let me say this. So why is it that in that situation, when a woman hits a man, it's never looked at and said, she probably does this all the time. She probably did this in every other relationship. She has a history of violence and abuse. And if you see an incident or you hear an incident of her hitting the person she's with, she's probably done that 100 times before.
Well,
that never gets said. Well, it's always some justification.
Okay, that's for other people. This is not for this situation.
I'm talking about society, though.
Okay. I agree with you on that because it's not fair in society that things are blamed more on the man than the woman because there's just as much horrible women out there, abusive women out there like men.
So let me ask you, why do you think that is? It happens. It's allowed to get overlooked, and why do women keep overlooking that? Because women will jump all over a man when he does something, but a woman can do the same thing. We spoke about the video with Gordon Ramsay. And
which one was
with the cook
yeah.
So again, that's a perfect example. She tried to slap this man. Mm-hmm. Nobody looked at her like, oh, you must have a history of doing that. You must be a perpetual violent person.
Okay, I get where you're coming from.
Everybody, she had a bad day. Let's give her a hug. Mm. There's no, she needs to lose her job. She needs to be, thrown all over social media. She needs to be, what they call this shit now. She got to get canceled and all that. There was none of that. Mm-hmm. It was just like, she was mad. It's okay.
I agree with that because I don't condone that type of violence.
There wasn't even real quick. Sorry, not to cut you off, but there wasn't even no outrage from women saying, you know what? We need to respect our men more. We need to protect our men. We need to. Where's that at?
Let me tell you, I totally agree with that. I don't think a woman should put their hand on a man. And the reason I say that it's different when a man puts their hand on a woman, because a man is physically stronger than a woman. So say if a 6 foot.
So because of that, he shouldn't defend himself.
Say if a 6'5" man, because I don't know why basketball players.
What if he doesn't use his So what if he doesn't use his full strength? So if you're.
But if someone's attacking you, and you're trying to save yourself, you're going to pretty much use as much strength as you can. That's why some women end up getting hurt.
So hold on. So within that same conversation, that's also, you're trying to say that even in the heat of the moment, no matter how big the guy is, he doesn't have any self-control. So we let's establish that in the heat of the moment, no matter what the woman is mad at, if she puts her hands on her, she's lacking self-control. Now you're also saying that if
she puts her hand on him, or if
she puts her hand on him, she's clearly lacking self-control, right? Mm-hmm. Because she's not in a situation where she's defending herself. Okay. She's initiating the contact. Okay. So she has a lack of self-control. So now this man, let's say he's twice her size. Mm-hmm. Let's say he's 4 times her strength. Mm-hmm. You're telling me he doesn't have any control to where he can't hit her hard enough just to get his point across. He's going to hit her to the point where he's killing her or breaking her bones or severely injuring her. So if you smack me and I smack you and I use the same force pretty much, you're telling me, well, I don't have the ability to do that?
Wait. Oh, so you're saying that if he used the same force as the woman used, delicately,
stop that. Stop doing that. So if I smack you delicately, then it's okay. Stop doing that. It's not funny.
I'm not saying that it's funny.
So stop keep trying to justify it. Because listen, you
keep on saying I'm trying to justify it. I don't believe anyone should hit anyone else. So what do you mean
delicately? When have you ever seen somebody smack somebody delicately?
That's what I'm saying. You just said that if she hits him and he hits her back the same force.
It was nothing about being delicate.
But what if her hit is so much softer?
Stop. See, you're playing.
I'm not playing. I'm telling you.
You don't smack somebody softly. You're not joking when you put your hands on somebody.
I don't know why you're talking about playing. I'm not playing.
It's okay.
So situation very serious.
Yo, come on, man. So in that situation, you're not smacking somebody. If you smack somebody delicately, that's like when you're playing with a friend. You just tap them, like literally tap them on the cheek. Nobody's playing when they're arguing and you hit somebody. There's no delicate hits.
Okay.
If I'm playing with a kid,
I might have used the wrong word.
That's delicate. I'm tapping you.
I used the wrong word. I was only going by when you said force, and a woman's force is usually not as hard as a man's force.
Okay, but even within that, even though it's not as hard, it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt. It doesn't mean that there's not force behind it. So let me also show you the difference. If you're mad and you're in a fight, a real fight, and you punch a woman in her face, what are you trying to do?
Knock her the fruitcake out.
All right. So this fruitcake shit. All right. So okay, so if you're mad at a man, you're telling me you're going to hit him any different, or you think he is going to feel any different to him because he's bigger and stronger than a woman? A punch is a punch.
But a woman's punch is not the same as a man punch. A man
We're not
hits
talking
harder.
about that.
First of all, you're kind of yelling at me.
Yo.
So I'm about to slap you now.
Yo, listen. Stay focused. Listen. We're talking about force. We're talking about force.
Okay.
So like I just said, if you're mad and you're in a fight and you punch a woman, you just said you're trying to knock her head off. So that means you're hitting her hard, as hard as you probably possibly can, correct?
Yeah.
So when you're mad,
Absolutely.
You're hitting the man probably the same exact way. You're probably hitting the man even harder because you know he's bigger than you and you probably think he can take it. So the same thing, you think because he's a man, it doesn't hurt the same way, it's going to hurt the woman? So he has a whole different set of nerve systems and nerve endings in his face. So it just feels different.
Okay.
Do you think it hurts any less?
Yes. I'm not going to lie.
How is that
feel
possible?
like a woman's hit hurts less than a man's hit.
That's not what we're talking about.
What?
I'm not comparing your hit to a man's hit. I'm saying if you hit a man in his face with your full force, you don't think it's going to hurt him the same way if you punched a woman in the face?
Yes, I would assume that it would hurt him.
Why
A hit
is
is a hit. Stop saying that I said it's okay.
That's what you're saying.
Okay.
It is when you're trying to justify that there's a difference in force or there's a difference in the person that you're hitting. Or because you're saying because you're hitting a man is different than if you're hitting a woman. No.
I think that it is. I think it's a different situation.
Listen, as a man, if I'm in a rage and I hit a woman and I'm trying to knock her out and I'm trying to hit a man to knock him out, it's the same force.
Oh my God. So that means you will literally kill the woman.
I can kill the man too.
Yeah, but not the way you'll kill the woman
difference.
faster. Yes,
No,
you
it's
will. You're bugging.
Why do you think?
No, hold on. You've been talking all this time. I need to say something.
So again, you're establishing that the amount of pain and force is different.
Yes. If a man hits, come on, babe. If I was to punch you right now in the arm with all my force, right?
If I hit you with a car.
Right.
It's going to hurt you more than it's going to hurt a man if I hit the man with the car too?
No, that's different though.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's about force. It's all about force.
I understand.
It's the same amount of force.
No, it's not. If I was to, baby.
What are you talking about?
Baby, if I was to punch you right now and you'd be like, ow. If you were to punch me.
If you was to punch me hard in the face, it's going to hurt.
Yes, I agree. It will hurt. If you hit me back, it's going to hurt 50 times more because you're stronger than me. So your punch is going to be stronger.
You're missing what I'm saying. You're totally missing what I'm saying.
Okay, I must be
because you're too busy inhaling those.
No, I'm not inhaling makeup. I know what I'm talking about.
You're inhaling that makeup powder.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Right. I think you're not understanding where I'm coming from. I don't condone.
I'm telling you, you're not making no sense.
I don't condone abuse. Period.
Yes,
I don't. Do. No, I don't.
So stop trying to justify. I don't condone.
I'm not justifying it. I'm just talking about the strength of one man, of a man hitting a woman, and I'm talking about if you're gonna march and you're gonna talk about you're protecting society and behind the doors.
If me and you get hit with a Ford F-150, it's gonna hurt me more. You gonna hold on. No, let me say something. If we get hit by a bus.
If there was a can,
it's gonna hurt me less.
Hold on.
That bus gonna hurt me less.
Hold on. Let me make my point.
No, he a man. He be alright. He gonna get up, but she probably dead.
Babe, you notice how I let you make all your points. If there was a can of, let's say, Coca-Cola.
You don't make no sense, man. You believe in flat Earth. I'm joking.
I do. But if there was a flat Earth all day, every day.
Nah, go ahead.
Anyway, if there was a can of soda here, right. Let's say Coca-Cola, even though we don't drink it and stuff like that, we can't bother with it because it's not good.
Focus, man. Focus.
And both of us had to smash. There was one here for you, one here for me, and both of us had to smash the Coca-Cola. Do you feel that when you smash the Coca-Cola, that your strength will be, and I smash it, that even if you don't bring it all the way to the ground, but your strength will be harder, your force will be harder, so it'll move the Coca-Cola lower than I would.
Man, let's refocus this. We're talking about punching somebody in the face.
Okay.
We're talking about punching a human being in the face.
First of all, that was not what the conversation started at. You're the one that's all over the place.
No,
the conversation started at contradiction. A man goes out there and marches or says no abuse. Man should never hit a woman. A man should never hit a man.
Self-defense.
Right.
He's talking about being abusive. Being abusive is different from self-defense. I said that 10 minutes ago. That's completely different. So you're telling me let's switch this around, right? If I get attacked by a man, right?
Then I'm gonna jump in.
If I get attacked by a man and I retaliate out of defense, you telling me I'm somehow abusing this guy? Is it not different than if I go and attack him first? Is that not, if I attack him versus he attacks me and I defend myself, that's not two different things?
Yes.
One is you being attacking somebody. Right. The other one is self-defense.
Yes, that's definitely.
It's the same thing. It's a universal thing. There's no difference because now you change the people with women. It's no difference.
So let me ask you a question. If I was to come up to you and knock you upside your head because seriously.
You back. We don't establish this for years.
Yeah, but we're gonna establish it right now. If I came up to you and knocked you upside your head right now,
you get hit back.
How you gonna hit me back though?
I don't know. I have to be in that moment, but you're gonna get hit back.
You would hit me back.
This is another thing. This is something that people don't want to actually acknowledge or whatever. Most of the time in those situations, it's a reflex. It's a general reflex, especially for a man, because you're always taught to defend yourself. You're always taught to be defensive. So if somebody hits you, most of the time you swing back before you even realize it happened. Mm-hmm. And then you gather yourself and be like, and that's why if you watch, when you see fights, you see somebody hit somebody, that person automatically swings back. There's usually some sort of pause, and then they realize they process what happened, and then they go into it. Mm-hmm. A lot of times it's reflex. And I'm sure as a woman, you've been in some situation where you had to react. So it's the same thing. Somebody hits you, your natural thing is you hit back. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you also don't even know the situation because all situations are different.
Of course.
The man could be walking away, and I've seen all these things. I'm sure most people have. The man could be walking away. Mm-hmm. The woman could run behind him and slap him. And all of a sudden, he just swings back. It could be all types of scenarios. Mm-hmm. But it's a reaction. When you get hit, you react.
You seem to be very passionate, right, about women hitting men, right? But statistically, it shows that men definitely hit women more than women hit men, right?
But that's not first of all, that's wrong, period.
Oh, right.
So That's not even a question.
Right.
But
What
that's
is
not
your
the conversation.
Okay, so what is do you feel that men are not being defended at all in society?
In those situations,
in
yes.
those situations,
and women are not being held accountable
for their behavior.
Yes, and that's why they continue to do it. So you cannot blame the man for defending himself. It is illogical to say just because someone is smaller than you or not as strong as you that you shouldn't defend yourself.
So basically you're saying when they defend themselves, they're not thinking, when you're attacking a man, whether he's big, small, but if a woman attacks a man, their reflex sometimes it's going to be to defend themselves. Sometimes they're not able to take that moment to think and say, no, I can't hit you back.
No,
but it's like, you hit me,
I'm hitting you back. You should get hit back.
Do you think a man specifically says, my girlfriend, my wife, this chick just hit me, I am going to hit them back right now? Or do you feel there's like a slight pause?
It depends on the person. There's times where, it's just a reaction. There's times where there is thought behind it. And I don't feel like you can necessarily blame the person because, again, you're being attacked. You're being disrespected. You're being assaulted. So it also, and the person is trying to harm you. It's not a joke. It's not a game.
Yeah, there's many women out there that have killed men.
Right. So, and this is the other thing that also doesn't get spoken about, where women do this repeatedly because they they can get away with it, and the men keep taking it and taking it and taking it.
Do you think
wait.
Okay.
So whether they stand there and literally just get the hell beat out of them, and they just cover up and they ball up and they take it, or they leave and then they come back and they get hit again, and then what do they say? Well, you should just leave. Okay, well, you leave. What about when you're leaving and she's running behind you, hitting you? What about when you leave and she's there breaking your car?
Have you gone through this, baby?
No, I've never gone through that, but I've seen it. I've seen this happen. I've seen all these situations. So the guy leaves. You tell the guy to leave. Okay, he's trying to leave. She's not letting him leave. She's trying to leave. Now she's hitting him with objects and stuff. Now they try to work it out. Of course, she say, I won't do it again. Or sometimes they don't even apologize because they don't think it's wrong. But the guy stays there, and then it keeps happening. And there's some people that they just keep putting up with that abuse because the man is just saying, I'm not supposed to do anything. So it keeps happening. So my whole thing is, it's wrong, period. It's wrong when a man does it, and it shouldn't be accepted. It's wrong when a woman does it, and it shouldn't be accepted. But there has to be consequences. So if somebody's defending themselves, or whether you want to call it retaliation or defense, I don't feel like you should blame the person when you're ignoring the person who started it. You're ignoring the person who did it in the first place. So that's saying the woman can do anything to you, and it's okay. One, you're supposed to take it and not defend yourself. Two, nobody's going to care really or do anything about it. So this creates a whole culture of this just happening because nobody gets outraged. Nobody goes to jail for it. Nothing happens. So it's just okay.
When it comes to a woman hitting a man.
Yes. So it's just accepted.
So,
and then, hold on. And then the last thing, and then they always make it seem like it's one of those things where they try to flip it around. So it's always your fault. Why didn't you leave? Why do you keep going back to her? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do that? It's the same thing that when men say it to women, and then it's always like, oh no, you're not supposed to say that. So why is there a difference when it's the other way? You could also say to the woman, why do you keep going back to him? If he hit you, why didn't you leave him?
You see, what I realize is the way society has hypnotized us, or what programmed us to think, right? Before it was women shouldn't vote, only men should. Women are just supposed to cook and clean and walk around barefoot.
I agree with that. Facts. Get your ass in the kitchen, spit out some seeds, and cook me some damn grub, woman. Be quiet. Don't say too much.
You see, we
get too many rights, you start losing your damn mind.
Okay.
Then you don't even know what you want to do. Start going crazy.
That's another show.
Subject to lose your mind.
That is another show, husband. That's another show. However, now you made me forget what I was going to say. I was going to say something bad about
I'm going to go out there and hunt and kill the food. I'm going to drag it home. Baby. You skin it, clean it, and cook it.
Can I talk now?
Facts.
basically the way society, the world has raised the woman to be inferior. The man is supposed
Not
to
lately.
take care of the woman.
Not the past 30
Right.
years.
The man is supposed to take care of the woman, and
The woman's supposed to stay in her damn place.
right.
And act right.
right.
And appreciate
so
that.
the man is supposed to be the
But
stronger.
y'all don't.
Baby, the man is supposed to be the stronger one.
Okay.
And the woman is supposed to be the delicate, sweet, loving
So
one.
a delicate, sweet,
so when
loving
a man,
one
hold
shouldn't
on,
be trying to brutalize a
hold
man
on,
because she knows she can
of
get
the
away with
Let
it.
me tell you, a woman ain't
Hitting
going to
them
just
all upside the head with a
hold
pipe
on,
and a pot and all
hold
that.
on. A woman is not going to go to work, have a bad day, drink, and come home and just beat her man. If there's women out there that does it, I'm sure they are, but it's a very small amount. There's a big difference. When a woman takes her hand most of the time and puts it on a man to slap or do something or to push or shove, it's because that man did something that was so jacked up that it hurt her in the pit of her stomach.
So what about
cheat?
So what about when a woman gets caught cheating? The man don't have the right to beat the hell out of her?
But they do. They go after the man because they know they can size up with the man, but they can't size up with the woman.
Yeah, hold on.
No,
because I'm not gonna let
if
you
you
get away with that.
saw me with a guy doing whatever,
okay,
you ain't gonna jump on the guy. You ain't
I'm
gonna jump on
everybody.
Oh, that's so sweet, baby.
No, but seriously, see, you again trying to justify
Oh my God.
Because you just said if she gets, hold on, forget all of that. Back to the original topic, because the original topic was you were saying that this guy was being contradictory.
Yes.
And the woman that was speaking to him, she's looking at him different. And my thing is,
she's just looking at him that it's very contradicting, and she's very confused by,
right. So
and
she's
I was
confused.
too.
So she's confused because she still has it in her head that her actions is okay. Now he's telling her that no, your actions ain't okay, and I'm not going to accept
not
it.
her.
So
It's
that's
just
the part that's
woman
confusing
actions,
her.
right? It's not like she wants to go and just attack him.
But
and
she
hit
would,
him.
and she will at some point because that's her history. That's her history. And again, if you're gonna say otherwise, don't say that.
Long history.
Stop. See, this is where we keep.
Lucky he didn't get knocked upside his head by
Listen.
She did the least.
This is where we keep going wrong because you're trying to justify.
Men sometimes brings a woman to the point of
and
that's the most
but
that's sometimes the most a woman.
You
baby,
sound insane.
That's do you know what men does to a woman's brain?
You know what women do the same thing.
But not as men are men have one hormone.
All right, so
I keep on telling you that we have so much. You know how much we endure from a man?
Do you know how much we endure from women?
How much you endure? How much men endure from women?
All right, so let me ask you this. If a woman goes and has a kid by somebody else and she comes home and says, this is your baby, you find out 3 years later that that's not your kid and she lied to you the whole time. And she knew. Oh. You've been raising this kid as yours.
Maybe she didn't know, but she was unsure.
No, she knew. So you either way, you was doing something wrong. You should have known. There's no excuse. So anyway, you're raising this kid as your own. She know it ain't yours, and you've been paying for it. When he find out, so now he ain't got a right to beat her ass?
No.
But if it was the opposite way around, she would have the right
to
smack
get
the hell out of him,
take
right?
her to court.
So if it's the other way around,
no,
then,
he shouldn't put his hand.
She has the right to smack him because she's mad because she got done wrong. So there's a difference, right?
I think so.
You crazy.
I think so. I think
that's what's wrong with society.
Okay. I think so. I think that's the most.
Do.
That's if women, she can't get to the woman.
Women don't like to accept responsibility when they're wrong.
Okay.
Women don't like to. This is something else, and I might be straying, right? When you look back at all these older generational people, right? Mm-hmm. You always hear families broke up because of the men. He was having kids all over the place. There's a lot of women back in the days that had kids with all types of men, was doing this. The kid ain't really the guy and this and that. Mm-hmm. They got 10 kids between them. 3 of the kids ain't the guy. All that stuff is out there, and it was happening, but nobody talk about it. So they be trying to act like the women wasn't doing wrong too. They wasn't doing dirt too.
Women can do some dirt.
But the narrative gets twisted around and distorted. So, and a part of that is nobody's holding them accountable because nobody wants to hold, even when kids know this stuff, kids don't speak about it because they don't want to put their mothers on blast. They don't want nobody to look at their mother no way. So it's always protect the mother, ridicule the father. The father could do the same stuff. Oh, my pops was a dog. He was this and that. They know their mother could have been doing all other types of crazy stuff. They're not going to say that. And all this protection is why women feel like they can get away with this stuff. There's no consequences.
I don't think
nobody's going to speak on it. Nobody's going to hold them accountable.
Can I say something?
Speak, please. Because I'm ready. I'm ready for you.
I see.
Facts.
See. But women, I don't think.
Listen, I'm sorry. Listen.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I took my Focus Plus today. Listen. Man, I'm trying these samples. I got my Focus Plus. You see I'm hype. I'm focused. I'm sharp.
I see.
Man, I can't wait till my shit hit the market.
Tomorrow.
I can't wait till my... Anyway.
Look at him trying to pitch his product. You see that? Look at that.
Coming real soon.
Look at that.
This is, man, all right.
Look at that. If you notice my skin, I was using jojoba seed oil by Bionatal. I put it on before I put on my makeup. Link is in description. I'm going to give you a discount. Hey, Beauty 5. Okay, go ahead.
You'll see the point. You don't know what you was talking about.
No, I do know what I was talking about. First of all, what was I saying? Mm-hmm. What? Because you throw me off. No, you keep on throwing me off. You should have
took that Focus Plus.
No, you keep on throwing me off. Women are okay, I don't remember, but this is the part.
I was saying women don't get held accountable.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. I don't think women look at it as they're going to get away with it. I don't think, honestly.
But they don't get held accountable.
Right. They might not be held accountable, but at the time, in that passionate moment of their anger and what they're going through, and they attack, they're not doing it and saying, I'm going to beat the shit out. I'm going to slap him in the face because I know I'm going to get away with. It's just that moment when your heart is broken, you're hurt, you're seeing something that is so painful. And the only thing you could do as a woman at that time, a weak, feeble woman or a sweet woman, is slap the person. Yes, it's to slap the person.
And has a lack of
control. It doesn't mean that you're violent because
if a sweet innocent man, it's the same thing. If a sweet innocent man gets done wrong by a woman, it's okay for him to hit her. That's it's the same thing.
No.
So stop trying to justify the same action.
Baby, no matter what, a man and a woman are strong mentally, physically within their wombs and just strong-minded to deal with men, right?
Not that strong if they can't.
Listen, women are goddesses, first of all. You don't hit a goddess. You don't hit a goddess. But
a goddess shouldn't be hitting a man.
Right. No, a goddess is... A goddess.
This conversation is getting stupid.
No, it's not getting stupid.
You don't have nothing real to say.
No, I do
You're
have
just trying to continue that narrative because you think it's funny. And you know no matter what you say, there's going to be a million women saying the same thing.
Baby, a woman, I'm going to leave it like this, and I'm going to keep it really 100 with you. And even though we don't go through this crap, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. A man's hit is not the same as a woman hit.
That is irrelevant.
It is relevant.
It's not.
It is relevant. However, I do feel women should be held accountable for what they've done.
Half the time that being held accountable is getting hit back inside their head.
But my thing is that he needs to get on the phone and call Kiki, Chichi, whatever it is, and say, Chichi, Kiki, my girl just hit me. I can't hear her. I need to handle. You need to handle it. She's still
gonna play the victim.
She probably will.
Because it's like, oh, he got these girls to jump me. And I didn't really do nothing. But I just tapped them.
No, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. If he goes there and stick his peenie into 5 women,
put your Timbs on. I got a pair in the closet your size. They already waiting and they still told.
I'm sorry.
I keep a box, keep a woman size of Timbs in my closet.
Okay.
Just come through, I got you.
Okay.
Just strap them on tight. Stomp them out. That's all you got to do.
You finished, babe? I'm sorry, but I do have to
Everybody
say this.
Always got that wild hood cousin just ready. They waiting by the phone like.
I know.
They got the phone by the ear. They waiting. Every day.
We all got one of those. We all got one of those.
You ready?
We all got one of those. Okay, listen.
Utilize them.
Listen, babe, okay?
Just know they size.
I'm going to start.
Ready.
Shut up. I know what you're going to say. I'm going to say this much. As far as I'm concerned, and this is just me, no joke, whatever. No jokes, for real. I truly believe.
So you did all that makeup. What happened to your hair?
Oh, I didn't. I can't do my hair on camera. I got to be in front of the mirror.
All right, well,
I got to
proceed. Focus.
I got to wet it.
Just asking.
So I truly believe that a man should not hit a woman.
How about nobody should hit nobody?
Nobody should hit. Okay.
Without understanding that there's going to be consequences.
Going to be consequences.
If I hit you, you hit me back. It should be a fair exchange.
No.
That's how men operate. Do you understand? This is how men operate, regardless of size. Do you realize that men? There's no size difference. Men have a universal law. Whether you're big, small, fat, skinny, weak, strong, I'm not gonna hit it. Even me, if I'm dealing with a dude that's way smaller than me, I'm never thinking, I'm just smack him in his head. He ain't gonna do nothing. No, I'm gonna respect that. He's probably gonna do something. He's probably gonna swing back. He's gonna defend himself. He might go get a stick, a gun, a knife. He might go get 12 of his friends.
Did you just say stick?
Damn right. He might go get whatever. But men understand there's gonna be repercussions one way or another. So there's always that buffer where you have to think before you do something. Am I prepared for this? Am I prepared what's gonna come behind this if I do something to him?
So let me ask you a question. There's you, a guy, right? And then there's a girl, right? And okay, let me make sure. There's you and a guy. You and the guy is getting into a fight, right? There's the girl there. You punch the guy. He gets knocked out, right? Mm-hmm. Now you and the girl is fighting. She hits
get knocked
you.
out too. They both going to sleep. Who gonna wake up first? They both going.
I don't
to
agree
sleep.
with that.
They both going to sleep.
I agree with pushing her away, getting her away, but I don't agree with just straight.
All right, so within that, you're assuming that she's not hitting hard. Now let's reverse this a little bit. There's women out there that are way bigger than some men and way stronger. Now in that situation, let's say you have a 6-foot woman. She has a lot of size on her and she's strong. Let's say she's a boxer.
Ooh.
Let's say she's a wrestler.
Power to the woman.
Let's say she works out. She's a bodybuilder. She's physically strong. Then what? Is there a difference then? Is there a difference? Let's say the woman's smaller than me and not an athlete or nothing like that. But let's say she hits me hard enough to knock my teeth out my mouth. Am I still supposed to, woman hit me. What do you
call the police?
When she just busts your teeth out your mouth.
Call the police.
Come on, you not being logical.
Call 911.
And that right alone.
That's where responsibility comes in. That's where control comes in. If a girl hits you, knocks your teeth out, you call 911 and have her arrested.
You're going to get you after I knock your head off.
But let me tell you, the way society is, if you put your hand on a woman, right? What happens? What would you like to see change?
But here's where the rule of the law comes in. Rule of the land, right? Whatever happens with the law is going to happen. Whatever might happen to me is going to happen. But you know what? If you was to do something like, let's say we talking about you hit me and you knock my teeth out, you getting laid out.
Who, me?
Come on. And whatever happens after that is going to happen. I'm going to deal with it because you're going to get yours directly. Now, you also got to think if a woman is strong enough, anybody can get their teeth knocked out. So that means clearly there's some force behind that.
Okay, so, I'm not going to lie. There's certain things I do agree with.
I'm done with this conversation.
No, but seriously.
You're boring me now. This is just, you have no real substantial.
I do have a real thing. Women are not as strong as men.
So then keep your hands to yourself.
Right, and I agree. I agree.
All right, one other thing.
I would never want a man to hit me, right?
Do you see?
My throat is so dry. Hold on.
Do you see elk in the wilderness running up on a bull?
I hope not.
Why do you think?
Because the bull will beat his ass.
Okay, so universal law. You don't mess with somebody that's bigger and stronger than you because you know it's not going to end up good for you.
So basically, I get that. I do believe my girls out there, no matter what, not to put a hand on their man. It's difficult sometimes because when you're in the heat of the moment, the passion, and you're so hurt. Because I personally wouldn't want you to hit me back.
Right.
So I don't think that way. Like, oh my God, if I slap him, he's going to hit me back. If you're in the heat of the movement, you're not even realizing, you're not even thinking that the guy is going to hit you back.
That's the problem. That's the problem, because whenever a man,
my throat is so dry.
Mine too. Whenever a man,
because you took over the whole goddamn conversation. That's why.
Because you usually do it to me.
Well,
whenever a man hits another man, he's always aware that there's a 99% chance that there's a fist coming right back behind that.
Okay.
And that keeps men level.
Women don't feel that way.
That's the problem. I know that.
We don't think, he's going to hit me. We don't even think about that. We just think on our own emotion.
That's the problem. It should be thought. That should be a thought.
So what would you say?
Because that would stop the woman from doing that shit.
I agree. If you get one knockout, and if a woman who puts her hand on a man, whether or not if she's impassioned, she's gone through something, she's in the heat of the moment, and that man hits her back, they're probably never going to do that shit again. So I can understand sometimes things happen for a reason, especially if they're continuously physical that way with their man, and the man doesn't do that. After a while, a man will get frustrated and take it to another level.
Think about this. If you've ever seen a small guy fighting a bigger guy, let's say the bigger guy started it. You never see that little guy when it's over complain that, oh, he hit me first. You never hear nothing. Oh,
well, you're
I'm
men.
a victim. Right. But it's just men are, it don't matter if you bigger than me. I'm gonna defend myself. Even if the little guy starts it. The little guy, let's say the little guy starts it on the bigger guy. When he gets knocked out, the guy don't be like, oh, he shouldn't have hit me. Oh, no, he'd be like, yeah, shit, he knocked me out. I thought he would, but I was going to get mines anyway. That's how men think, because we know it's going to be something. So if I go after somebody bigger than me, and I'm like, all right, I'm probably not going to win this fight, but this guy did something to me where I feel like I have to at least get a hit. I got to do something. I already know I'm probably not going to win. I already accepted that before I went into it, but I'm just going to get mines. So when I do get knocked out and I get up, I ain't playing victim. Oh, he shouldn't have hit me. No, I knew this was going to happen, and I went into this understanding that.
Okay.
I just needed to get mines, and I'm good. And men are like that.
So I just want to make it very clear, this conversation. The conversation is not that you condone a man hitting a woman. I don't condone anybody. No, but hold on.
But
you don't condone an abusive.
Self-defense.
Right. You condone self-defense. You don't condone a man beating a woman and domestic violence. But you do condone
self-defense.
Self-defense. No matter what kind of self-defense it is.
A woman should not hit a man should not hit a woman.
I agree.
But if you get hit first, you should be understood that you're going to get hit back. And you should not be complaining about it. You can't throw stipulations on it. Just like I said with men. Men don't fight other men and stipulate, oh, you was bigger. You wasn't supposed to hit me back. You know you're going to probably lose.
And women, we don't do that either. If the girl, if a woman
holds
on,
and then go get the guy arrested. No, when they
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about women. No, I'm talking about when woman and woman fight. We're not exactly sizing up. You hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. Right. I hit them, they're gonna hit me back. So either way, I don't care. It doesn't matter if you're big or small. If you get hit, you're gonna automatically. I can't think of anyone that will roll up in a ball unless they're being jumped and you have to protect yourself. So you have to drop and roll. I can't drop and roll because of my neck. But remember how you had to drop and roll? So
stop, drop, and roll. You're talking about fire.
No, fire goes the same thing when you getting jumped. I mean, I've never technically been jumped. Oh, no. When I was in 8th grade, these little heifers did try to jump because my hair was long and I was cute. But anyway, that's another story.
I wasn't dropping and rolling. I was fighting back while I was running.
Right. I've seen people have to huddle, because they're being, they're being attacked, right. Anyway, the point was,
point is this all some bullshit.
Yeah, I think this is what I think. Hold on, this is what I think. Woman.
Were you focused?
Woman, no, I was just making sure.
Yeah, I know you want to admire your makeup. Yeah,
no, I don't even know if I did a good job because I didn't have the big thing. Woman, stop putting your hands on your man.
Facts.
Woman, stop putting your hands on your man.
Facts.
Woman, Stop putting your hands on your man. And let me tell you why. Because men like my husband are standing up for themselves.
Facts.
It's not, great, but
if you're putting your hands on a woman for no reason, you're a coward. You need your ass beat. Same thing for women. If you're putting your hands on a man for no reason, you're a coward. You're a whore. And you need your ass beat.
All right. Oh, wait a second.
You need your ass beat.
I'm glad you find that funny. Not all women are whores. There's only a small percentage of them.
If you're putting your hands on a man, you're a coward and you need your ass beat.
Yes.
And we're going to call you a whore.
Well, that's when you call your sister, your cousin, or your best friend's girl. That's when you call it. That's when you have to handle it. Sometimes it's better. Like for me, if you put your hands on me, yes, I'm gonna go back at you, but I'm gonna get a cousin. I'm gonna get somebody.
That's how it should be. That's also
because I'm like, I can't beat your ass the way your ass needs to be beaten.
That's always why I say women, especially, need to make sure they got cousins or brothers or uncles, and it's understood that if the dude get out of line, they gonna be showing up at the dude's door.
Dag, you know what's so cool is that's how our family is. On your side, the 100 the big men, and on my side, the big men. Anything happen, everybody get down for each other. But let me ask you a question.
Wait, one more thing. And I always tell women, like, yo, don't get with some dude that somebody, at least one person in your family can't beat. Don't go get with some 6'8", 400 pound muscle. Nah, because dudes can't. Nah, then we gonna have to jump them or shoot them.
Then you jump.
Sometimes they too big. You might have to get 8 people. Then we just gonna shoot you.
Okay.
So at least get somebody, at least one dude.
Come
in your
on,
family
you're restricting people because not everybody has a big fam. Not everybody. Look at the basketball players. Look how tall they are.
Get shot, but don't go get some big muscle bound dude that
nobody. Are you condoning violence?
Listen, don't go get with some big dude. He's so big, can't nobody in the family take him.
That's not fair.
Yes, it is.
That's not fair.
You gotta keep things
so
regulated.
how does that? So a woman shouldn't, a man shouldn't get a.
Then what happens when he's so damn big and he just punking everybody? Then he gonna get away with stuff.
But
or unless he know somebody gonna come through and shoot him. It has to be some regulation. Like, yo, something gonna happen, so don't get too stupid. It has to be understood.
That's
or
because
your whole house gonna get surrounded by 30, 40 people.
You one of them
gonna go down.
Hood people. You know that. That's why you can say that because you grow up in the hood.
I'm a firm believer in you gotta keep the women in your family safe. So if I can't beat you and you doing too much, we gonna have to do something else. But you gonna stop.
You know what's
hold on, seriously. We ain't gonna be in a situation where it's like, yo, you beating up on my sister, my cousin or something, and we just say like, yo, there's nothing we can do. Like, you just gotta we gonna do something.
You know what's crazy?
You gonna stop.